And Kojima, getting to what I was talking about earlier, what he's up to is Kojima has announced Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for the PlayStation Portable. This is an exclusive, brand new Metal Gear Solid game for the PSP, and it's set 10 years after Metal Gear Solid 3, and Kojima has stated that this is to be a true sequel in the Metal Gear franchise. Now, Hideo Kojima is writing the script and producing it, and he's using the same team on Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker that he used on Metal Gear Solid 4. So he's putting all of his effort, all his time into that, and he says he's only looking into Metal Gear Solid Rising every now and then. He's not really putting a lot of effort into it. He's putting all of his time and effort into the PSP Metal Gear Solid. But if you have not checked it out, I really advise you to go check out the trailer for it. Because if you're one of those fans of the older Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, the older, stealthier Snake and all that, because it seems Metal Gear franchise is moving in a new action-based type of gameplay. But if you're a fan of those older type of stealthier ones, you really got to check this out because it looks like you guys would just love this. It looks awesome too. And with all this shit coming to the PSP, it's really making me want a PSP. I mean, I wanted one before, but now with all this content coming, you gotta have a PSP. I mean, it's crazy how much great shit is coming to it. And again, on with the PSP, again, why I said it's getting really good is that Resident Evil, they announced at Sony's conference, is coming to the PSP. They said it's going to be coming in 2010, and there's no details on it yet, but it's a brand new Resident Evil made. It's being made specifically with the PSP in mind. So they're going to take full advantage of what the PSP has to offer. And I can't wait to hear or see some shit on that because that got me real excited right there. And one of the biggest news on there was from my last episode, if you remember me telling you that Rockstar, or not Rockstar, but Sony announced that they have gotten exclusivity rights to Rockstar's next big franchise. And a few of you out there, I mean, I read my comments. A few of you out there were trying to already try and spoil it for people. Like you were saying, oh, it's L.A. Noire or it's some other game. Like you already knew what you were talking about, but you didn't. You didn't know. Nobody knew, not even me. And then we found out at the press conference, the new big franchise that Rockstar announced for the PS3 and exclusive to the PS3 is called Agent. That's it. It's called Agent. They haven't given no details on it, no nothing, not even a logo. Well, maybe they did give a logo. I can't remember. But they haven't given no information on it. But what they did say was that it's set in the 1970s. That's actually the only information they've given on it. And that they they're looking to make it bigger than GTA. Now, as you know, a lot of people have tried to outdo GTA. A lot of people have tried to copy GTA. But no one can do an open world sandbox game like Rockstar. No one can top GTA like Rockstar. Each GTA has been able to top the last one. So, if anyone can actually make a game that's bigger and better than Grand Theft Auto, is Rockstar themselves. So I am super excited about, to hear anything about Agent. I really want to see what that's going to look like too, because they stated that they want to take full advantage of the PS3. Now, this is huge news for you RPG Final Fantasy fans. 2010 is looking to be unbelievable for you Final Fantasy guys out there, because Sony announced, to people's surprise at their conference, Final Fantasy 14 as a PS3 exclusive for now MMO. It's an MMO, and it's set to release in 2010. So that's set to release in 2010. And on top of that, you got Final Fantasy 13, you got Final Fantasy, the exclusive Final Fantasy Versus 13, and Final Fantasy 14, the MMO. Now, it's the reason I said for now is because the developer has stated that, I believe they said it'll be coming to the PC. So for now, it'll be coming to PS3 and PC exclusive. But the reason they say for now is that they know that the PC can handle the game, the PS3 can handle the game, but they said right now what the game runs on is based upon the hardware of what console or platform it's on. So they're actually testing and looking into 360's hardware to see if it'll be able to handle the game. So if it can't handle the game, then it's going to stay PS3 and PC only. But if it can handle the game, we could look at a later launch or later announcement of it coming to 360. But as of now, it's PS3 and PC only. And let's see, Sony, a little stuff right here that they stated was that Sony stated that they're going to have 90 exclusive titles and more than 50 PlayStation 1 classics coming to the PlayStation Network this year. That is a lot. That is a ton. So all you PlayStation Network game fans out there, you'd be very happy to hear that. And I don't know why this video is fucking up. I need a new computer, basically. But let's see what else. It's also, this is actually what I'm about to say here is the biggest news. It was the one that took everybody by surprise. It was the shocker of the show. It was, a lot of people, everybody was still talking about it after the show about how great it was Sony's PlayStation 3 motion controller, which both companies, Microsoft and Sony, are starting to get into this. I'll explain in a little bit Microsoft's Project Natal, if you did not catch that one. But PS3's motion controller, there's no official name yet other than motion controller. It's to describe it to you if you have not seen it, it's 6 inches long and it has a glowing sphere on the end and buttons down the side. Now, if you have not, I can't really explain it to you, where it doesn't sound not like a big deal. Like, to really show you what it can do, you have to actually just see it. So I advise you go on Game Trailers and check out the video from the conference of the motion controller, and you'd probably be shocked and awed by what it can do, just like everyone else was. Now, it's set to have true one-to-one tracking and true 3D pointing, which that true 3D pointing looks incredible. Like, how awesome would it be to play a game like Killzone 2 with that first-person view that they had on there? If you know what I'm talking about, you know that that could be totally awesome, especially like even in a multiplayer game. Can you imagine doing a multiplayer game that you yourself, you're the character, if you duck behind a cover, your character ducks behind cover, wherever you move around the room is where your character moves within the game. That was just really, really, like just to think of what they could do with that is just unbelievable. And they said that like Sony gave a quote, because a lot of people were saying, oh, it's a copy off of the Wii. Well, we all know the Wii started this motion thing first. I mean, you can't deny that. So Sony, I quote, they stated, "We might not be the first, but we want to be the best." End quote. So, and judging by what they did with that motion controller, they will be the best. Like, they totally blow the Wii and its motion controller and nunchuck totally out the window. Like, everybody was saying, like, this is truly motion control. Forget what Wii is doing. And they also said that the development kits have already been sent out. That Sony's first party developers are already working on stuff for the motion controller. And I'm guessing they possibly gave a little hint, like maybe what you're seeing right here, the Ratchet and Clank could possibly be up to something, because they said during the demo, imagine actually using Ratchet's weapons. Like, using the motion controller, they said, imagine actually, controlling the weapons themselves. Like, you're actually using the weapons yourself. You're not just pressing a button. That gave, possibly that could be a clue. I don't know. And they're actually looking for a release date of spring 2010. Now, Microsoft, they had this whole motion thing. We use mainly your body. Like, this was a motion controller itself that PS3 was using, but it tied in with the PlayStation Eye. Like, it would use the PlayStation Eye to track you and track the controller on there and everything. But like Microsoft's Project Natal, they called it, was, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. It's basically a elongated PlayStation Eye. It's black just like it. It looks just like it. But we all know Microsoft's notorious for copying off of everything. But it looks just like a big ass PlayStation Eye, and it's basically a camera that is able to track the whole body, your whole body, to be able to do a whole bunch of different stuff within the console, from painting to other stuff but a lot of stuff. But the biggest thing that everyone saw of it was actually full on real time interacting with a game character.